Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing Thai retirement visas, marriage visas, and education visas. And for good measure, under marriage visas, I think you can look at this as visas for those who are supporting a Thai child. So O visas generally, the multiple entry retirement visa, the education visa. I'm going to lump all this together because I think the analysis is relatively similar, and where it's not, I'll try to provide distinction where I can and definition where I can. But the long and the short of it is I've gotten a fair number of inquiries from folks that say, look, I'm on a retirement visa. What am I doing, now that COVID-19 has hit? If you were extending, and this is just sort of an across-the-board piece of information, if you were extending, if you were in an O or OA retirement visa status, and you were extending your status as you always had, you'd been doing it for years, and it happens to come up in April, this doesn't really have a lot to do with you. Unless they shut down the government, which it does not appear that they're going to be doing anytime soon, extensions continue apace. So it's going to continue the way that they always have done. So this is true for retirees who are on retirement visas here in Thailand, those who are on a marriage visa here in Thailand, or those who are on an ED visa here in Thailand. But I want to make this clear. You need to understand, folks in non-immigrant status do not appear to be being considered to be waived under this amnesty. So this amnesty that started on March 26th and then ends April 30th, the non-immigrant categories do not currently appear to be covered by this amnesty. Now, we're hearing conflicting things. Some offices are saying one thing, some offices are saying another. We've heard things from different clients. We've gotten insights from comments on our channel, etc. There's a lot of information coming in. We've contacted immigration directly down at Changwatana. It appears non-immigrant status is considered a different thing. It's a substantively different status than the tourists who have been granted this amnesty due to being stranded here in Thailand. So do not presume that just because your visa is expiring between the 26th of March and the 30th of April and you were otherwise planning to leave, that you are necessarily going to skip out on overstay. Just to check my notes here, we had one client that presumed that their ED visa was just automatically extended, and it wasn't. It turned out it wasn't, and they had to deal with 500 baht fines for all the days that they overstayed. And it could have been worse. If they were arrested during that time period. Now, obviously, everybody's not running around getting arrested, but if they had been detained by the police for whatever reason, and it was determined that they happened to be in overstay, they could have been in a position where they could have been detained. And I don't think you want to be in detention right now, because getting out of detention depends on being able to get a flight. And at this particular time period, depending on nationality, getting a flight out of here is going to be a pretty difficult thing to swing. There's certain nationalities that'll certainly be possible for, but certain nationalities can't even get back in their home country. So if you were to go into an overstay and get detained, that could be a real problem. The thing to take away from this video, though, is, as I said, this person had an ED visa, and they simply presumed that the amnesty applied to them. Do not make that presumption. It looks to us as though non-immigrant visas are not covered by the amnesty policy, and for that reason, you should be looking to continue to extend your status as you otherwise would. For those who are in a multiple entry non-immigrant visa in one of these categories, either a multiple entry O for marriage, a multiple entry OA for retirement visa, or there is kind of an ED visa that's sort of akin to a multiple entry. If you're in a multiple entry type of visa where the sticker is good for a year, but your status is granted every time you're stamped into Thailand. For example, the multiple entry O visa for marriage, you're granted 90 days at each entry. You folks are in a qualitatively different position. And again, the amnesty does not appear to apply to you, and border runs do not look like a possibility. So if you're in a multiple entry O based on marriage, it might be a good idea, especially if you've got the time, to be looking around at your options for extending that status. And those of you who are having issues with this, if you want to go ahead and contact us, we're happy to provide what assistance we can, depending on the circumstances. But the thing to take away from this video is those are all non-immigrant O categories, non-immigrant categories: retirement, marriage, taking care of a child, and education. And for that reason, they're not necessarily covered under the provisions of the Thai visa amnesty for COVID-19.